Kim Soo-hyun held a press conference and discussed everything from his side, but no one from the media that was present there was allowed to ask questions. But the whole press conference was a mess.
Star Kim Soo.
Right before press conference, Garicero Research Institute revealed another photo, said to be taken from a video. In a post via his YouTube channel, Kim Se wrote that the video showed the 10th grade Kim sae-ron cooking a chicken dish for Kim Soo-hyun. Dear Soo-hyun, who does not admit to being a pedophile? What does that even mean? You remember where this video is from, don't you? At the time, Kim sae-ron was in 10th grade. She cooked you dokdoratang at 11:20 p.m. And later that night, at 1 a.m., you sang her a song. Only you, my love. I gotta give it to ya. You sure know how to sing. This was from your K-drama, right? I noticed YouTuber Lee Jin-ho posted another video earlier today. If you're behind it, you better stop. I will not stand by and watch you harass Kim sae-ron's family any longer. You've put Kim sae-ron through so much already. You're going to burn in hell. But before you face even worse consequences, you should just apologize. While Kim Se does not mention additional details, he wrapped up the post with a long string of hashtags hinting that Kim Soo-hyun and Kim sae-ron took a trip to Alpensia, a ski resort in Gangwon Province, South Korea. He also added, I also heard that you'll be bringing LKB lawyers to the press conference tomorrow. I'm going to keep my eyes on you and those lawyers and what kind of nonsense you'll be spewing. Depending on how that press conference goes tomorrow, I'm going to react the way you deserve. On March 31st at 4:30 p.m. KST, Kim Soo-hyun made his first appearance in a plain suit and with a solemn expression. As he sat down to speak, he made his first comments following the controversy, apologizing for the suffering he has caused and making reference to Kim sae-ron. First of all, I'm sorry. It feels like too many people are suffering because of me. And I feel deep sorrow thinking that the deceased may not be resting in peace. I've always thought of myself as a coward. I was always too focused on protecting what I had. I couldn't even trust kindness shown to me. I was constantly afraid of losing something, of being harmed. I kept running away and denying things. That's why it took me so long to stand here today. I kept thinking, what if I had just said everything from the start? If I had, maybe the fans who've loved me and the company staff who've worked so hard behind the scenes to get to this press conference wouldn't have had to suffer so much. Every time something about our private relationship was exposed, I thought, let's just talk about it all tomorrow. Let's end this hellish situation myself. But each time, I hesitated. I worried about how my decision might affect the people around me. What if I end up hurting not just myself but everyone else too? Even when the deceased posted a photo of us together while Queen of Tears was airing, I hesitated. The deceased and I were in a relationship for about a year, 5 years ago, 4 years before Queen of Tears aired. But at the time, I denied it. I understand that it's natural to criticize me for that decision. I also understand if you find it hard to believe what I say now about our relationship. But this may be my only chance to speak about this publicly, so I would be truly grateful if you could just hear me out once. After becoming an actor, I received more love than I ever deserved. I didn't have much to begin with, but I ended up with so much to protect. When Queen of Tears aired, as a lead actor, there were so many things I had to safeguard. I kept thinking, what will happen if I acknowledge a past relationship from years ago? What about the actors I worked with? The staff who stayed up all night on set? The producers who poured everything into this project? My agency? Every time the human Kim Soo-hyun and the star Kim Soo-hyun faced a choice, I chose to be the star. That's why I was scared every day. What if everything I tried to protect as a star ends up backfiring on me? But even if I could go back to the time Queen of Tears was airing, I would still make the same choice. I had to. I couldn't make that decision just to ease my own conscience. No matter how I think about it, I don't think that would have been right. I believe that's the burden I must carry for choosing this life as Kim Soo-hyun. If people say my decision was cowardly or selfish, I'll accept that. and I apologize to everyone who has supported me. Even now, I'm full of worry. I'm anxious about what consequences my words today might bring. But because I am the person I am, I knew I had to speak eventually. Some people gave me this advice. Just go with the flow, accept things halfway to manage the risk, fade from the spotlight, and come back later. Maybe if I had listened to them, none of our private lives would have been exposed like this. Maybe I wouldn't have received threats every day like I'm going to post this photo tomorrow. I'll expose everything. Maybe I wouldn't have been humiliated by the leakage of personal information. But I couldn't go along with it. I couldn't accept the demand to call lies the truth while being blackmailed. Now, I want to address the part you're probably most curious about. I did not date the deceased when she was a minor. And it's not true that she made a tragic decision because I turned away from her or because my agency pressured her financially. Aside from both of us being actors, we were just a normal couple. We dated with genuine feelings and later broke up as time passed. After that, we barely kept in contact. Like most former couples, it's difficult to stay in touch. We were both public figures, and when the deceased was still under the same agency, I had some idea of how she was doing, which made it even more complicated. That's also why I couldn't easily reach out after her DUI incident. I heard from a YouTube channel representing her family that her last agency's CEO claimed she was suffering because of me. But to my knowledge, she was in a relationship with someone else at the time. That's why I was especially careful. I didn't know what to say to her while we were living separate lives. You may think this all sounds like excuses. I, too, often just wanted to stay quiet, no matter what the world said. I've always received overwhelming love, but that also comes with misunderstandings. False information spreads like it's the truth, but I thought that too is something I must endure. However, her family is now saying that because I was her ex-boyfriend, I drove her to her death. They're even demanding I confess to things I never did. That I groomed her from when she was a minor, that I pressured her with money, that I caused her death. So I must be a murderer. Please listen to this audio recording. After her family revealed our relationship, the YouTube channel released testimony from the head of her last agency. They claimed my agency pressured her with a second certified debt notice. But in a phone call from a year ago, the same person said something entirely different. I ask you to listen for yourselves.
네, 통화 잠시 괜찮으십니까?
네, 그럼요.
저희 그 변호사님 측에서 말씀드리는 건 내용 증명이 하나가 더 갈 거래요.
네네네.
뭐 그거는 제가 보내드릴 건데 그냥 문자로.
네네.
그래서 그거 뭐 놀라지 마시고 그냥 행정 절차상 저희가 이제 보낼 수밖에 없는 거거든요. 제가 안 보내면은 제가 배임이에요.
네네.
네, 그래서 이제 절차상 답변이 없어서 또 보낸 부분이니까
네.
너무 놀라지 마시지 않아도 되고.
네.
그다음에 이제 뭐 답변서 부분에 있어서 뭐 기간을 러프하게 잡으셔서 뭐 어떠한 기간 내에 이렇게 뭐 갚아 나가려고 한다라고 보내주시면 저희도 이제 그런 부분에서 뭐 회사 준법 전신에 위배되지 않게끔 저희도 행정 절차상 뭐 이렇게 오고 가고 한 거잖아요.
네네네.
예. 근데 이걸 뭐 구두상 뭐 제가 뭐 천천히 갚아주세요. 뭐 이렇게 할 수는 없어요. 제가 배임이라.
그럼요. 회사인데 회사인데.
예. 그래서 이제 그런 부분들을 좀 새로운 씨한테도 잘 설명을 해주셨으면 좋겠고.
I learned more through this controversy, and the truth about that second certified notice is now clear. I don't know why the former CEO of her last agency is now saying things completely contrary to that earlier call. If I've done anything wrong, I'll admit it. If I need to take responsibility, I will. But I can't say I did something I didn't do. The voice recordings presented by the family were all made after this controversy started, just like the KakaoTalk messages they initially released. Those KakaoTalk messages contained too many inaccuracies to have been written by the deceased. The messages said they were from 2016, but the attached photo is from 2019. The age difference is wrong. The name and duration of her contract with the agency are also incorrect. And the deceased never did casting or visual directing work at our agency. She only worked as an actress. Recently, the family held a press conference and revealed another set of KakaoTalk messages, allegedly between me and the deceased. That same YouTube channel used those messages to label me a PD file and accuse me of grooming a minor. But the person talking to her in the 2016 messages is not the same as in 2018. To prove this, I submitted the 2016 and 2018 messages, along with recent KakaoTalk conversations with my acquaintances, for scientific analysis. The Forensic Institute concluded that the person in the 2016 and 2018 messages is not the same individual. This was the hardest part. Every time we responded to their claims, they would release new audio clips. They manipulated the timeline of photos and videos. They released edited images of KakaoTalk chats, not the originals. Based on the fact that I once dated the deceased, fake testimonies and forged evidence have kept coming. I'll accept all criticism for my choices, but that doesn't make falsehoods into truth. Just like I submitted my KakaoTalk messages for verification, I urge the family to submit all their so-called evidence to the authorities for a proper investigation. If they truly believe it's genuine, then let it be examined legally. Even now, I have people who look up to me, people I am responsible for, and I've been watching them suffer every day. I don't know what will be exposed or distorted next to paint me as a murderer. After this press conference, I have no idea what fake evidence or testimony will be released to destroy my reputation and hurt the people around me. But if I give in to their coercion and call lies the truth, I would be betraying not only myself as a person, but everyone who ever trusted and loved the star Kim Soo-hyun. I'd be telling them, you loved garbage. You were fooled. I would leave behind wounds that never heal. No matter how much of a public mask I wear as a celebrity, that is something I cannot do. I will take full responsibility for the things I did. I will accept any criticism, but I will not take responsibility for things I did not do. For the sake of everyone who still believes in me, I had to speak that truth. I'm not asking you to believe me. I promise to prove it. Thank you. Then his legal representative said, as you just heard, actor Kim Soo-hyun has spoken directly about this matter. I will now make an announcement on behalf of the agency. In line with his personal statement, Kim Soo-hyun and his agency, gold medalist, have decided to take legal action to clarify the facts. Our law firm has filed a criminal complaint with the Gangnam police station against the individuals claiming to be family members, including an unnamed person identifying herself as the deceased's aunt, as well as the operators of the YouTube channel Garo Siro Institute, for defamation through the spread of false information via the internet. We have attached the forensic reports as supporting evidence. We have also submitted a civil lawsuit to the Seoul Central District Court seeking 12 billion Korean wons, approximate $9 million, in compensation for financial damages and emotional distress caused to Kim Soo-hyun and his agency. We ask for your understanding regarding our decision to forego a Q&A session. Since legal proceedings are now underway, the matter is officially under investigation and must be handled through judicial processes. As the legal representatives of Kim Soo-hyun and his agency, we kindly request your patience and understanding. During the press conference, netizens noticed that Kim Soo-hyun referred to himself as star Kim Soo-hyun, especially when comparing it to human Kim Soo-hyun.
인간 김수현으로서 뿐만 아니라 스타 김수현.
Netizens hit back at the sudden outburst and use of star, as many thought it seemed like a joke. Many didn't get why he used this wording in such a serious press conference and that his voice seemingly raised as he did. LMAO bro just shouted star Kim Soo-hyun in the middle of his press con. Is this a joke? He'd be yapping so much except for apologizing to the deceased and did not talk about his own lawsuit to the deceased's family at all. Why does he keep calling himself star Kim Soo-hyun like they're not the same person? Does bro think he has an alter ego? In particular, the actor was criticized for his behavior at the press conference and his tears, which they thought meant he was playing the victim and that it seemed like he was playing a role in a K-drama rather than genuine emotion for the scale of the controversy. Some even called his tears fake and made references to his K-drama Queen of Tears. Can someone explain what's going on? Is Kim Soo-hyun just crying without saying anything, or he said something already? I don't want Kim Soo-hyun to harm himself, but something about his press conference didn't feel sincere. It felt like he was acting. Even if he didn't have an underage relationship with her, he was still wrong for befriending her at 15 and waiting until she was of age to date her. That alone is unsettling. But what truly speaks volumes about his character is how he treated her when she needed him the most. He didn't even show up to the funeral of someone who loved him, someone he was intimate with. Yet, just 4 days later, he had no problem attending G-Dragon's party. That says everything. While she was hurting, while she was pleading for help, he ignored her. When the public turned against her after she posted that photo, he let her take all the hate alone. He denied their relationship, distancing himself to protect his career while she suffered. And now, suddenly, he cares? Now, he's apologizing. Not because he genuinely regrets his actions, but because he got caught and has no choice. Where was this concern when she was alive? When she was being torn apart by the public? Oh, that's right. He was busy enjoying his success from Queen of Tears. His paycheck and reputation mattered more than the well-being of someone he claimed to love. She would have never done that to him. She would have shouldered the burden with him. But he left her to suffer alone. That is the real betrayal. That's why he's suing her family. He denied that he's dating her and made her look like the delusional, pathetic girlfriend till she's gone, and everyone believed him, and now has the audacity to come in with few tears and act in front of all of us like we are stupid idiots. What an embarrassment. Does he call this circus a press conference? What a shameless guy. Of course there were people supporting him. No matter what, I will stay with you and wait for your comeback with your brightest smile. Everyone, can we please stop cyberbullying, please? No one is in a position to judge or say anything. We don't know them in person. I'm not taking sides. I just want to understand. The other party came out with evidence, and we of course accused KSH for all his wrongdoings, and the criticism and all were all flying. Now he has come with his own evidence, but no one even wants to hear him out. Why? I'm honestly not one to take sides till the end of the whole thing, but isn't it a bit biased that even the whole comment section is saying he's acting? What if it's genuine? I don't know, men, but the lawsuit has sparked outrage among Korean netizens, many of whom find it disturbing that Kim Soo-hyun would take legal action against the bereaved family. Some even pointed out the similarities between this lawsuit and the claims that the actor and his agency gold medalist attempted to extort money from Kim sae-ron after her DUI. So this is what they did to the child Kim sae-ron back then too. Are they even human? This is beyond the worst. How much lower can they go? Since a lawsuit is finally happening, I guess all the evidence will come out now. Did they threaten the deceased like this, too? So Kim Soo-hyun did not only try to force sae-ron to pay an insane amount of money he knew she couldn't pay. Now he also wants to sue her family for an insane amount of money too. He needs to pass away deadass. Also, what grabbed people's attention was that the reporters, who filled the conference hall to the brim, were not allowed to ask any questions. They were only there to listen and report on what the actor and his lawyer said. However, one brave reporter did not settle and still demanded an answer from Kim Soo-hyun. As the actor wrapped up his statement and made his closing remarks, she could be heard demanding an answer from him regarding Kim sae-ron and their relationship.
김수현 씨, 김세론 씨 언제 어디서 처음 만났는지 알려주실 수 있나요? 그 정도면 괜찮을 것 같는데요? 언제 어디서 처음 만났는지 알려주세요.
Even though the reporter's voice could be heard loud and clear over the camera flashes, Kim Soo-hyun did not respond. He ignored the question and instead bowed to those present, still in tears. The actor then walked off as his lawyer consoled him by patting his back. The clip has already gone viral on multiple social media platforms. Korean and international netizens are praising the reporter for breaking the no questions rule to demand a clear answer from Kim Soo-hyun. Meanwhile, the actor is facing backlash for ignoring her and choosing to not respond. Kim Soo-hyun, can you tell us when and how you first met Kim sae-ron? I'm sure you can tell us that much. Him just leaving like that is just so funny, cause why did you even hold a press conference? Kim Soo-hyun and his agency taking no questions from the press because he literally would not be able to answer why he was messaging a 15-year-old, why he sent her letters while he was at the military, and why he leaked her number to the reporters when she asked for help. After the press conference, Garo Sero Research Institute quickly released a video allegedly from 2018, where she was only 18 years old. The video was of Kim Soo-hyun eating the food that she had cooked. Garo Sero Research Institute further explained that in 2018, Kim sae-ron had coincidentally also been interviewed after attending a school for cooking. She was interviewed after the classes, and the interview was uploaded on June 20, 2018 by Korea Cooking Academy. In the interview, she mentioned that she started cooking at home and for the people around her. Not only this, but forensics showed that the video of Kim Soo-hyun eating her cooked meal was from 2018. In the video, Kim sae-ron can be seen asking for his review on her food.
자, 어떠신가요?
아직 안 먹었어.
빨리 먹어요. 맛있어요?
일단
네. 어이없어.
이 닭도리탕이랑 하면
네.
Garo Sero Research Institute further released photos of Kim Soo-hyun and Kim sae-ron. Previously, it was insinuated that the pair went on a holiday to a ski resort together in 2018. Kim sae-ron was only 18 years old then. In the released photos, the pair can be seen wearing ski goggles, ski suits, and masks. While Kim Soo-hyun remained covered up, Kim sae-ron took her mask off for photos together. A photo of Kim sae-ron sleeping on what is alleged to be Kim Soo-hyun's bed was also released. Although it is unspecified how they knew, Garo Sero Research Institute claimed that the pillow was identical to the one Kim Soo-hyun uses at home. After looking at all the new content, fans became even angrier about the lies that he said at the press conference not even a mere few hours before the new videos and pictures. The evidence is overwhelming. sae-ron is way too young. Stop bringing up pathetic Kakao Talk message analysis or whatever. If Kim Soo-hyun didn't date her, show us proof. The comparison is just too stark. How long are you going to keep lying? Even with all this evidence coming out, not a single apology. Instead, it's all about that $8.16 million nonsense. What are your thoughts? Thank you for watching and see you next time.